All right, this thing is working. So then, this is my Dino hybrid. I was hoping that if you guys could send this to Goji Center, hopefully. Now, I'm not doing this as a way to challenge them or anything. In fact, I want them to overview this hybrid and see if it actually works or not. Challenging Goji Center is not a good idea because facing them also means that you have to face the worst opponent of all. Reality. Scary opponent. Anyways, I want Goji Center to overview this hybrid to make sure that it can actually exist in the Jurassic franchise, which does have actual physics, a bit of fantasy, but physics nonetheless. So anyway, this is my hybrid, the Croc Raptor. Probably not the best name. Now starting with the head, it has the skull, the teeth, neck, and jaw muscles of a T-Rex because it is meant to have a very strong bite force. I was considering just having a raptor skull, but I was worried that the T-Rex jaw muscles would be too strong for the skull to handle, and then it would just snap the jaw or something. That's why I ended up using T-Rex skull, because I know that thing can handle it. It has the eyes of a Goliath tigerfish, Goliath tigerfish are very aggressive. They're what piranhas are considered, very aggressive. And what's more is that they have very good eyesight for a fish. And fish are usually underwater. And because this thing is part crocodile, it's obviously going to be underwater a lot. I have the dwarf croc in there in its genome in order to give it the armor all around its body, even on its underbelly, so as to make sure it doesn't have any weak spots or anything. Yeah. It also has lips, and it also has lips from a raptor in order to make sure that its teeth aren't it's not going to be underwater all the time, and therefore, if its teeth were exposed, they would start to rot. And as such, I've given this thing lips so it can salivate its teeth, so the teeth don't rot or anything. It also has claws of a raptor, including the toe scythe thingy. It's supposed to be 10 to 12 feet long and 6 to 7 feet tall. Its arm, leg, and tail muscles, as well as the tail bone structure, are supposed to be made out of the stuff from a kangaroo. What I'm hoping, more specifically, red kangaroo, because those things are pretty strong, very muscular. And what I'm hoping for is that the thing can get up on its tail somewhat, and where it can strike forward with both of its legs, like a double kick, sort of. And the tail is supposed to help it balance so it can do that successfully. Combine that with the toe scythe, and that would be very dangerous. Now, like I said, this thing is not going to be underwater all the time, but it is mostly going to be underwater. This thing will hunt either solitarily or in small packs, because crocodiles are usually solitary, so I feel like that's probably going to make it be a bit of a loner. But also, the raptor DNA is going to make it want to be part of a pack, so there is a chance that some of them might pack up or something. Now, I'm not sure how fast this thing will be, mostly because of the combination of raptor and kangaroo DNA in the musculature, because this thing will probably run like a raptor or it will hop around like a kangaroo, both of which are kind of counterintuitive, so that might be a bit of a problem. Now, this thing will hide underwater in order to ambush like a crocodile. But if the ambush fails, it will not simply retreat back into the water, look for another target. It will instead chase after its prey like a raptor would. And this allows for the claws and jaws to come in. Now, I do realize about T-Rex are that their teeth are more centered around gripping, which is exactly what I want. it's going to latch onto its prey with its teeth, and then it's going to use its claws to like cause some deep gashes and cause serious bleeding in order to drop the prey. Now, I'm not too sure about some of the things in this thing. It also has Komodo dragon DNA in it for the tongue and the nose as a way to allow it to track its prey down. If the prey is severely wounded, there's a chance it might die from blood loss after running away for a bit. So the Komodo dragon DNA is supposed to help it calm down or it's supposed to help it track down its prey. What's more, it can also be a bit of an ambush predator because of its green coloring, which would allow it to camouflage in highly dense plantation. Now, this thing isn't necessarily built for combat. I do think it could be very good at fighting other dinosaurs, but this thing isn't meant to be like a combat specialist or anything. It's more or less an ambush predator. It fights dirty. It's willing to use some low-handed tactics. And it's supposed to take down its prey quickly enough so where it doesn't waste energy or anything, and where it can eat so it can satisfy its hunger. That is my hybrid. I am hoping that I've done very well with this thing, well thought out. But if it's not very good, then please explain what I could have done to make it actually work. So please send this to Goji Center, and I hope that they approve of it.